Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Finds his man. It's Franklin. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Tulane right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Wave. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game. Get him.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Coleman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Going to swing it on second down. Pocket breaking down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now move the chains here. Maybe they can get this drive started. Scanning the field, it's Cunningham. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give on the option. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Off play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. 3rd in California to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this dude's obviously one of the best in the country. But the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To throw, it's Pavia. Looking deep down the right side. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Green Wave!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He steps out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. The Eagles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all all over him, knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Got it in the middle. It's Payne. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think he's
turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. And the Eagles are on the move. Power football with the run. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Cunningham. Lofts one high and deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Touchdown, Eagles! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabs behind the line. It's Baxter. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right down the middle. And that is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success, stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Cobb. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him, shoot. Let's go to him a third time.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. The pass didn't work last time. It might this time. That's caught. It's Cobb. Gets a little breathing room there as he's out of bounds at the 10. And the Eagles are in the hurry-up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Rolling right and going deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the #1 thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Ncaa. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of...
There he goes! And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Now adjusting. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. At the 35, he's open. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution.
Touchdown, Tulane! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving them up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Bringing it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. His drive will open from the 15. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Looking to throw on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the 1st down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that 1st.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Cunningham. Floats it out in space. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Out of bounds at the 32.
Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So 1st down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. will kick it off to get this game underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Vick. Under fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. We'll send the tight end in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll go to the air. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 15. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. Floating away. On a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Navy! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running back searching for a hole. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Hand off from the shotgun. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Tulane right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the air, it's Pavia. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
On the move. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. It is the great equalizer, a way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third, then their fourth option might be to pass the football.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it off in the flats. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Caught behind the line. It's Payne. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Quick strike complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipmen.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Ncaa. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
To the air, it's Pavia. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Touch pass on the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position?
He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second.
Touchdown, Green Wave! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here comes the option. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Navy searching for a fourth down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in the...
Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Vic. Buys a little time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. He'll keep it himself. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. This will likely be the last play of the half. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy!
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first.
He'll lock one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets a block. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Dropping back, it's Vic. Bringing the heat. Finds a little space. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 47.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They try to get it outside on the left. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
Going for 6. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Now we're to the 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it, and I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you, and I'm going to run the football down your throat.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Forced out of the pocket. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
Plows through the defense. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the QB knew coming into this one it was going to be tough. They have a lot of athletes on the back end, but today, guys just not able to separate. Accuracy hasn't always been perfect, and as a result, they've got another ball getting knocked away for an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to
throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They don't believe their kicker can roll double nickels with that 55-yarder, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a 1st down.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. They go to the ground. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. We reach the break, and Navy holds the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Lets it go to the end zone. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now. Knocked down at the 3, and he was trying to take that interception to the house.
That's one of the only ways you're getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the 1st down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense.
Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Ncaa. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DB.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us.
Touchdown, midshipman! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Vic. Here's a hit. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Back to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Hit as he throws. Finds space on the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking for a deep man. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Man, what a game this guy's been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go, it'll be 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play to pad the stats. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw. It's Pavia. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it from here. Jackrabbit. Ray. Spire. 42 Spider. Down. Ready. Clear. Clear. Get set! Get set! Easy!
25. 29 Philly.